Everyone thinks ninjas started with black suits. Those blades thrown blindfolded, smoke bombs, flying kicks. That's propaganda, that's not true. Okay, sorry for bursting your bubble, but instead of repeating the myth, I decided to go back before the myth existed. Not to the famous ninja era, not to the wars, not even to the word ninja. I went back to the conditions that accidentally created them. Yes, accidentally. I arrived to rural Japan. No banners, no swords, no heroes. Just mountains, mud paths, and people who move like they belong to the ground. There are no warriors here, just villagers. No, they don't take your emeralds. They wake before sunrise. They walk uphill carrying water. They squat instead of sitting. They kneel instead of resting. Their bodies are always loaded, but never strained. They've been doing this since childhood. No stretching routines, no warm-up. The body adapted because it had to. Here's what hit me. They don't separate training from life. Life is training for them. Balance is learned on rocks. Grip strength is learned from tools. Endurance is learned from hunger. This is where the ninja body was born. Not through intention, but through necessity. I move forward in time. Power concentrate in the plains. Samurai culture rises. But the mountains? Ignored. That's where I find them. The people of Iga province and Koga. Poor land, hard winters, steep terrains, perfect for creating humans who don't rely on brute force. I watch them move through forest, no wasted steps, no heavy breathing, no sudden motion. They walk like predators that don't hunt. Their strength is quiet, silence is the key here. They climb trees not for exercise, but for roots. They carry loads not for muscle, but for survival. They memorize terrains because escape paths mattered. This isn't fitness, it's an environmental adaptation. Let's time travel a bit more forward. Now something changes. These people are no longer just surviving, they're being used. The word shinobi appears. Yeah, I know you've heard that somewhere. Anyways, training becomes intentional. I watch a group practice movement drills. Not fast, not aggressive, controlled. Each footstep placed, each shift of weight is measured. They climb ropes slowly, not to be strong, but to be silent. Grip strength without momentum. Then comes breathing. Long exhales, calm faces. They don't train lungs for oxygen. They train lungs for control. Then patience. They stand still for minutes, then longer. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Ninja training kills ego first. If you need to be seen, you fail. Let's go a bit forward in time. Training shifts to darkness. They move at night because war doesn't announce itself. Vision adapts, hearing sharpens. They memorize spaces in daylight, then move through them blind. I fail when I try. My foot scrapes stones. That sound feels louder than a shout. They stop and glance at me. Wait, is it over for me? Nothing happens. They move on. This is when I realize their conditioning isn't about muscles. It's about nervous system control. They don't react. Fear regulation, breath regulation, impulse suppression. Modern fitness never touches this. Your ego probably gets hurt if someone stares at you for more than 2 seconds. Mine too. Now let's travel a few more decades ahead. At this timeline, Japan is chaos. This is where ninjas became legends. Not warriors, assets. They move long distances with almost no food. Their bodies are lean, light, and efficient because they never trained for exhaustion. They train for repeatability. They sprint, freeze, wait, move again. No pump, no burn, just efficiency. They avoid fights whenever possible because survival is success. Muscle size means more oxygen demand, more noise, more fatigue. So they stay lean. I know it's not aesthetic, but it's practical. Okay, I'm in the 1500s now, training with shinobis. I'm as much bad at this as that guy over there. Let's talk about something, the part which never makes into movies. They practice long silence, repetitive tasks, isolation. The mind is trained not to react. This is why ninjas weren't impulsive. They trained boredom, they trained restraint, they trained discomfort without distraction. Tell me how your ADHD brain with a smartphone addiction competes with this. I'm in 1600s now. Peace arrives, all the clans choose peace over war. And peace kills necessity. No wars, no contracts. The shinobi fade into society. Farmers, merchants, messengers. But their movement remains. They sit low, they walk softly, they observe constantly. Ninjas don't vanish. The environment that needed them does. That was such a peaceful ending. Now let's go back to my home. I return to the modern time. Now ninjas are costumes, workout programs, gym aesthetics. People ask, did ninjas do calisthenics? Wrong question. Ask instead, what kind of body does comfort destroy? Modern fitness builds appearance. Ninja conditioning builds capability. You can't recreate that in the gym because you can't recreate scarcity, danger, silence, terrains. I didn't become a ninja on this trip. You can't become a ninja just by training. They were forced by conditions that no longer exist. The ninja didn't disappear. The world that created them did. And once you understand that, you stop chasing aesthetics. You start asking a different question. What kind of humans did that world require? There were things I couldn't fully show here. The rhythms of their days. The repetition that shaped their bodies. The quiet habits that never made it into legend. Those observations live elsewhere now. Not as an instruction, not as a promise, but as a record of a body that once had a reason to exist. Preserved in a vault never meant to be reached by everyone.